Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be featuring some battles from the King of the Hill Silph faction Royal Rumble, wherever they call it. Anyways, these are some battles in the Ragnar Field Specialist. This is battles from the SoCal Swabloos Flying Pizza 1. They went on a tremendous win streak, which is why I'm covering their last 5 bouts. It is a show. It is a show 8, band 2, pick 3 format. And with all these different Pokemon here. And we're going to be walking through each of the battles, talking a little bit about it. Admittedly, I don't know a ton about the meta besides what I just read and some notes that they sent me, but I'm very interested in covering some of these battles. Factions and Silph in general is going away, so this is a really great farewell to Silph. There's obviously still the Silph World Championships in the King of the Hill tournament, and overall factions world championship plus the individual world championships, which I'll be showcasting this weekend. So I'm very excited for that. So let's go ahead and go into the first match. Flying Pizza having a food battle against Burrito Hospital. Flying Pizza's team consists of Mew, Miltank, Greedent, Cresselia, Quagsire, and Golisopod, with Escavalier and Mantine banned, while Burrito Hospital has Galarian Weezing, Levante, I think that's how you pronounce it, Miltank, Quagsire, Victini, Escavalier banned, along with Greedent, and then finally Obama Snow. So Flying Pizza did said they relied a lot on Miltank, Greedent core. So let's go ahead and Greedent actually seems pretty strong here. Yeah, seems very strong, especially with the Escavalier being the main counter user, it appears. Seems like Greedent and Miltank are gonna have a pretty good time here, but let's go ahead and check out these battles. Best of 3. Well, they're gonna play 3 formats. They're for points here, and running into Galarian Weezing, running no Moonblast here, which makes sense. You don't really need Moonblast in this particular scenario. They are running a Brutal Swing, Fairy Wind, Brutal Swing, and gonna build up to the future sight right before the Brutal Swing. We will see whether or not we'll see a shield. We do see a shield, and they are building up quite a bit of energy. They will make the 3rd Brutal Swing before the next future sight, which you saw right there. Gonna shield, and happy to get the CMP tie, which is great. And then I do expect the switch out probably to Greedent at this point in time, but let's see. Okay, they come into Miltank, gonna try to get to the future sight, but unfortunately the opponent decides to throw on CMP, which is pretty interesting, and they do land the body slam. We will see if they come in Greedent, or it's actually a tackle Greedent, and going against this Miltank, and it looks like it's also a tackle Miltank, and we're gonna see quite a bit of energy generation. 2 normal types going at it. Body slam, a very good move on both sides. We will see. Gonna be able to throw another body slam. We'll see if this Miltank decides to shield. No shield. Gonna probably let this go. I don't know. Green's pretty tanky. I don't know if this will KO, but we're gonna see the immediate swap into Levante. It is running Razor Leaf, so this is gonna be pretty interesting. Timing is very important here, but this thing is pretty glassy. Definitely gonna shield. And they do throw the X Scissor, but this should be game over. Excellent timing with the 1-turn tackle versus the 2-turn leap blade. They decide to let it go and gonna tackle down its fellow cow, right? So anyways, very bad lead here, but looks like it's gonna stay here. Does resist the confusions, but this V-Create will do quite a bit of damage. They're gonna resist all of Cresselia's charge moves, but the future sight still did quite a bit of damage. Gonna shield this move, the V-Create, and interesting, not throwing the Grass Knot there because it would have did quite a bit of damage. Probably gonna do 1 and throw the. Okay, gonna throw the future sight at this Miltank. We will see whether or not they'll decide to shield or not. They do not decide to shield. Probably gonna look to Okay, well, I don't think a body slam KO is here. So, but also don't think you'll make it to. Well, actually, maybe I'll make it to the future. It does make it to the future site, which is pretty nice. And we'll see whether or not they'll shield. They do end up shielding. Definitely don't want to. Okay, I was gonna say definitely don't want to throw the body slam because they should win CMP, and I don't think this will KO anyway. So you do want to control how much energy you come out with. But it looks like this Miltank is gonna go for the Thunderbolt. Does slightly more damage and gonna run into this Galarian Wheezing. A little bit of lag there, but that's quite alright. And we're gonna go ahead and see the body slam into the Wheezing. I don't think a brutal swing will KO, but they will come pretty close to Pharaoh winning down. That's a tongue twister there, and gonna be able to reach the body slam, which is really huge here. I don't think we'll see. Oh, actually, we'll see a shield, but this is quite all right. You do have to save the shield though, because this you're gonna have to let this go, right? Because the Victini is still alive, and they do end up throwing the overheat, and gonna have to throw at this Victini at good timing there to prevent them from reaching the V create, and they're still gonna be locked in, right? Because you shield this, and you're gonna have to try to tackle down, right? Or maybe you reach the body slam. Gonna be able to reach the body slam and take out this Wheezing, and we will see if they're going to be able to tackle down in time, and they are able to tackle down in time. Now up 2-0 versus Burrito, and we see a very good lead here, and they say switch into Miltank. But Greedent, both of them are tackle body slam type Pokemon, but Greedent is a much tankier Pokemon, and we do see the switch out into Cresselia. Now it is in Future Sight and Psycho Cut downrange, but this Miltank should be able to reach another move, which we don't see the Future Sight on the CMP. So really good patience there. Gonna go to 100 here and then throw the Future Sight because and we actually does not KO. That's actually kind of bad here, to be honest, because now this Cresselia might be low enough that you could, in theory, confusion down. Is that too crazy? Gonna do 3 then throw the Future Sight. This would be a crazy play here, but this might end up being the winning play. But gonna switch out, refusing to get farmed down. We will probably see the V create. Oh, interesting. Not throwing before dipping out. You definitely shield this. They're gonna have to double shield these. Oh, they actually go for the focus blast here, and then here comes Quagsire. Wow. Okay, they went for the Hail Mary play there. I don't think that they would have won anyways, but they did go for the Hail Mary play. This is just a Mud Bomb, not too big a deal. Gonna be able to reach another Body Slam against this Quagsire. Quagsire probably just barely survives this Body Slam, but just gonna let this Miltank go down, and then likely try to farm down this Quagsire. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to farm down this Quagsire. Definitely not gonna shield anything, though the Victini is quite low. I do expect them to try to switch as soon as possible. Gonna shield this because the Victini is dry here, and gonna be able to land this Crunch and to take out the Victini. Honestly, it would definitely have fainted to Body Slam, and we are gonna be seeing the end of this particular match. So let's go ahead into the next round, going against Creasor, who has, well, let's see, Flying Pizza has Defense Deoxys, Miltank, Greedent, Cresselia, Azumarill, and Galarian Wheezing, with Wormadam, Trash Cloak Band, and Escavalier Band. And the opponent has Cresselia, Escavalier Band, but running Miltank, Galarian Wheezing, Greedent, Snorlax, Venusaur, and Quagsire. So quite a familiar set of Pokemon here. So we're going to see how these two are going to play out. We're going to see Miltank into Galarian Wheezing. We'll see how this two match up. Likely we'll see an Overheat and Bail. Okay. Gonna shield. Expecting them to throw the Overheat, which would do a tremendous amount of damage. And we do see the Body Slam on the CMP. That doesn't really matter too much. They will end up no shielding here, and they come into Greedent. Greedent, quite an awkward Pokemon to deal with. especially with no Escavalier, and it is another tackle gradient as well. Going to be able to survive this body slam. Does do neutral damage, as we've seen before. Miltank ingredient, pretty tanky. Gonna bank the body slam and then look to switch. You definitely want to come out with some energy so you can threaten this Galarian Wheezing before coming back in. Or maybe you try to tackle down. Okay, no, gonna throw here. Interesting. Wants to be outside of Brutal Swing range. Oh, they actually end up shielding here. Interesting. Well, you definitely let this go. You don't normally see a shield on Gradient too often. And they come into Galarian Wheezing. They will be able to reach the Brutal Swing. Gonna let this go. Can farm up a little bit on Miltank, then throw the Body Slam. But we'll see how this is going to play out. Gonna go into Cresselia. Maybe try to Psycho Cut down. They'll reach a second Brutal Swing though. Yeah, but you'll be able to Psycho Cut down, come out with quite a bit of energy, and energy on Cresselia. Oh, very nice play. Go switching right beforehand and landing the Body Slam. And we will see what the opponent decides to do. Oh, they come into Miltank. Okay. On the CMP there? Or what no, there's no way it was. Oh, it was CMP. Okay, interesting. That's good information to know that the Miltank wins CMP. So gonna build up quite a bit of energy. Gonna throw the Future Sight. We saw previously the Future Sight does not KO at this health range. Will leave them pretty low. And gonna have to throw at this. That's perfectly fine here. Doesn't really matter here. You definitely have to take it out beforehand. And this is pretty close. Probably does like 45% as we saw previously. Each Psycho Cut probably does about 1%. And should be perfectly fine here. That Psycho Cut coming through will KO this Miltank and ends up taking the game there. Very nicely played. And picking up the big friendship win. Isn't making friends in battling the biggest win there. And we're going to see Miltank into Venusaur. This is exactly why you run Ice Beam. Gonna switch out, actually. Interesting. Gonna take this. Oh, gonna shield. Interesting. I guess that's interesting there. And they come into Greedent. Obviously, Greedent does have access to Crunch. I don't understand why you would run any other move as your second move. But we will see how this gets played out. Probably going to let this go and then look to farm a little bit before they reach the Body Slam, especially with the Defense Fall. And we'll throw the Future Sight. We will see whether or not the opponent will shield or not. They do not shield. And we will see what they decide to come in with. They come into Miltank. Gonna throw. Honestly, I would just switch here because your defense is dropped. Into Greedent. Okay, gonna go into its own Miltank. I don't know if I like this play. I actually prefer the Greedent here. But maybe they'll come back in with Venusaur. Gonna build up quite a bit of energy and then throw the Body Slam. The Body Slam will not KO the Miltank, so they will survive and likely get off another Body Slam. Okay. And gonna throw the Body Slam. Will get outpaced to the Frenzy Plant if they try to go for the Ice Beam. So I like this play here. Plus Venusaur, not the tankiest Pokemon. The opponent definitely could have farmed a little bit more there, but just wants to look to take out the Miltank. What do you come in here? Do you come in Greedent here or do you come in Cresselia? Maybe try to catch here. Okay. Definitely shield this. Farm up a decent amount here, then throw the Body Slam. Oh, able to farm down. That's actually really huge here. And this is absolutely game over here. Gonna look to tackle down and not too much this Miltank. Gonna run out of fuel. Empty the tank. Go home, you. Okay, well, I probably shouldn't say that. Anyways, picking up a good lead here. Oh, the opponent picking up a good lead here, I should say. And gonna switch out into Miltank. And they do have access to Superpower, so we'll likely see a Superpower and Bail. Fortunately, did not commit to the CMP tie there. And they come into Miltank here. This is going to be a really tough scenario here. And we will see how these two decide to play it out. Gonna throw another body slam at this Miltank. Really needs to control switch here, but also doesn't want to go down a shield. Tricky here, very tricky. And we will see how these two decide to play this out. And wins a CMP. I doubt we'll see a shield from the Miltank, right? Oh, they actually do end up shielding. Gonna let this go. Switch here. We're gonna let it go down. Okay, interesting. They will reach the body slam. Okay, they come into... Oh, they're running a triple normal team here. Especially with no... The Escavalier band makes total sense. Obviously, does have access to the Defense Deoxys. We will see how this is going to play out. Gonna throw the body slam. This definitely will not KO. You let this go and then cycle cut all the way down. I think they will reach a body slam though. But the body slam is not too big a deal. Okay, they actually will not reach the body slam. Okay. Interesting here. Maybe you come back into Miltank, try to bait out the... Okay, gonna farm quite a bit here. They're fearful of the catch. Gonna let this go. They will throw the body slam. Oh my gosh, makes it absolutely gorgeous catch here. But this Miltank probably has a move here. Gonna have to land this Grass Knot onto the Snorlax. Gonna have to cycle cut down. I like this, throwing this play right away here. Absolutely gorgeous catch there. And gonna shield. Gonna have to try to cycle cut down this Miltank. Does this Miltank have enough fuel? It does not. Does not. Unfortunately, Cresselia is not lactose intolerant. Can tolerate the milk and take down the Miltank. Very nicely played. Very beautiful play. I wasn't sure how the win con was going to be there. Going to go against Basic, who is running Quagsire, Miltank, Wormadam, Trash, Cresselia, Escavalier, and Buzzwole. Actually not banning the two counter users. And they had Ladian and Greedent. And we will see how this is going to play out. Azumarill is actually going to have to be pretty vital in this matchup, but they do have Cresselia and Wormadam Trash, which are very good counters against Azumarill. But likely you run Hydro Pump with Azumarill, right? Hydro Pump. Play rough here, but let's see how this is going to... We do see the Azumarill here. Okay, no, going to run Ice Beam. Gonna shield, and they do have access to Thunderbolt, and gonna throw, and they actually are running Bug Bite here, right? So interesting. That's an interesting variation here. Gonna let this go, likely an Iron Head, or well, definitely an Iron Head, I should say, and gonna throw the Ice Beam. Actually, probably should slow this down here because it's already at 1.5 times speed, and we will see another Ice Beam come through, and we will see what the opponent decides to do. They decide to, oh, is this that? No, this must have already been at 1.5 speed. And they do throw the Iron Head here. Gonna come... Interesting. Yeah, gonna come Golisopod and look to farm down. And they come into Miltank and gonna throw the Liquidation and probably look to switch here because they do have access to Thunderbolt. Okay, and they come into Cresselia. Well, you want to throw the Grass Knot anyways. This is going to be a really tough match here. I don't necessarily see what the win con is here, but let's see. Let's see what Flying Pizza can pull off here. The opponent decided not to run any counter users, despite having access to 2 of them. And does have access to Moonblast here. And oh my goodness, gets Moonblast debuffed here. And the opponent throwing quite a bit of energy, building up quite a bit of energy. Gonna look to switch, right? Oh, they do throw the Grass Knot here. And then you let this go. And then throw the... Well, okay, does get the CMP tie on the X-Scissor, which is actually really huge. They actually end up shielding here. Interesting. They will throw the body slam. Will they undercharge? They will not undercharge here. And they throw a body slam. This body slam wouldn't KO. I'm not gonna look to Psycho Cut down afterwards. I don't. Okay, nice undercharge. Very nice undercharge. Gonna look to throw the grass knot. There's no way here, right? 2 grass knots. This is quite low. This is greatly too. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be enough here. And gonna be able to reach the second grass knot. That's actually absolutely beautiful gameplay here, and able to take out and almost winning on timeout as well. And we're gonna see a zoom roll into Miltank, and we'll see how these two decide to play it out. Miltank, definitely a huge core breaker for this particular team, especially you're running 2. Will you call the bait here, or will they go for the Thunderbolt? They will go straight Thunderbolt here, and they come into Wormadam again. Interesting not going to Galissapod here. Okay, yeah, now we see going to Galissapod. And gonna throw the Liquidation. No shield. This Miltank is gonna go to town right now since it double resists the Shadow Claws. But these liquidations will still add up, right? So definitely can't sleep on them. And if you get the defense drop, then you can just go straight for the X-Scissor. Very nice timing. But will they throw the Thunderbolt? Because the Body Slam will not KO. They do go straight for the Thunderbolt. No baiting here. And going to go into a zoom roll, but we'll likely see a Chris. Oh, actually going to see the Escavalier here. Going to throw the Ice Beam. Interesting. Interesting. There's no way the opponent shields here. Megahorn probably does a tremendous amount of damage. They actually end up drill running. Let's see. Oof, yikes. Yikes here. They will throw another drill run. So that's perfectly fine here. Gonna throw the Surf. Probably should have just thrown the Surf right away, to be honest, because but I guess it doesn't really matter. Maybe the opponent will lose track of the counts there. And gonna throw another one, and then look to switch to a Zoomer right away. Though I don't think the opponent will shield here. Oh, actually, they will shield here. And then the Thunderbolt wouldn't have KO'd the Zoomer anyway. So nicely played. And we're gonna see the normal matchup here, and they come into Wormadam, Trashier, and with Hydro Pump. This is a very straightforward matchup for a Zoomer. Probably gonna go to 100 here, then throw the Hydro Pump, though it doesn't KO. So. And we see it go to 99 energy at 9 bubbles. I'm going to throw the Hydro Pump. I doubt we'll see a shield. And then probably look to bubble all the way down. Let this go. Bubble all the way down. Oh, can you bubble all the way down? Okay, gonna not bubble all the way down. And gonna undercharge here. We'll probably see the Miltank tackle all the way down. But, oh, actually, gonna go into... Oh, wow, this is a very good situation here. Gonna throw the Hydro Pump. They are gonna look to farm all the way down. Well, I guess the Quagsire has access to Stone Edge, which is definitely problematic for the Galissapod. Kind of a tricky situation here. Well, they... Oh, they actually did. Okay, interesting. Shield this again. They do Stone Edge. You definitely want to throw the Liquidation. Try to get the defense drop. If you get the defense drop, this game is definitely over here. And gonna look to land the X-Scissor. And probably look to... I don't know. I guess you sack this thing now. Oh, okay, gonna switch. And in a very commanding spot right now. This Miltank is in the corner. In desperation mode. There's absolutely no way, unless it hyper beams right now. There's really no way this Miltank can I would actually go for the Thunderbolt here, which is interesting. Definitely a less energy efficient move. Maybe they could have made to 3 body slams. Oh, but maybe they want to... No, this Quagsire is too low. It's gonna get tackled down. But this is an interesting plan here. It's too low though. But that was an interesting idea. And we're gonna go into the next round here. the second to last round that we're going to show going against a major Bowman. The teams are flipped here, which I guess whatever. Okay. Anyways, this they have Ladian, Miltank, Greedent, Cresselia, Quagsire, and Galarian Weezing, and banning Buzzwole and Escavalier. They're two counter users, and banning Escavalier and Cresselia in return. And they have Golisopod, Quagsire, Miltank, Greedent, and Galarian Weezing plus Dragonair. All right, we're gonna see Miltank versus Dragonair. Pretty interesting matchup. This should favor the Miltank because, well, actually, Dragon Breath is a better move, but we'll see how these two decide to play it out. Miltank does have superior stats, but it seems like gonna fake the Ice Beam. Doesn't realize that it does have access to, currently have Thunderbolt. Oh, actually calls it here. And gonna oh, interesting. They had the move beforehand because in Dragonair definitely wins CMP. And interesting. And they want to tackle. I guess they want to come up with energy here and try to tackle all the way down. Gonna try to go for the Thunderbolt here. This is a gutsy play. Does slightly more damage since the base 90 move. Probably does like 10% more damage. Oh, they actually decide to shield here. Interesting. And gonna go into Cresselia. Gonna be able to easily tank these moves here. Likely we'll see a body slam. Several body slams, probably 3 of them, and they come into Greedent. Gonna look to land this Future Sight and then switch out into Greedent. I doubt we see a shield from the Greedent since it's quite tanky. Gonna try to catch a crunch here, okay? But this is quite all right. You definitely don't shield anything here. They will throw the body slam. They'll likely land another body slam. They definitely will. Gonna let this go. Probably see a little bit of farm, then throw the body slam. But this in a very good spot here. Gonna throw very nice. And I doubt we see a shield here, but maybe we will. No, definitely will not. And gonna go for the crunch. I like all these plays here. Only gonna be able to reach one charge move, and the crunch does have the chance for the debuff. And now, and plus it does just slightly more damage. Probably like 1 or 2 more HP, but the chance for the defense drop is the most key part here, but can just go straight Grass Knot. Gonna have to reveal the second move, but that's quite all right. I guess that's slightly better for the Dragonair once the Grass Knot gets revealed. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, and then gonna be able to land this Grass Knot and take out this Miltank. Very nicely played. And able to take out the Miltank. Really nice timing, really nice farm, really nice energy management. And again, the biggest win though is the friendship increase. All right, we're gonna see Miltank into Galarian Weezing, and probably gonna see the overheat and bail. Yeah, this is a pretty standard strategy. Gonna shield, and really no reason for them not to bait, and gonna switch out. Oh, experiencing some lag here. Oh man, that's absolutely terrible here. That's really, really bad here. Able to, okay, that's terrible here. But we'll see if that will impact the outcome of the match here. I don't know if they actually rematch anything here, but that was quite a bit, probably like 4 cycle cuts lost. No, not 4 cycle cuts. Okay, gonna survive this here. Gonna be able to land the Grass Knot. Yeah, okay. And landing the Grass Knot. Probably gonna look to tackle all the way down. And they come into Greedent here. This is quite all right. They are locked in, but it doesn't really matter here. You're basically running. Okay, they actually end up shielding here. Interesting. I don't know what they're. That was kind of a confusing shield there, to be honest, but gonna let this go and look to land another body slam. And we will see how these two decide to play. I doubt we'll see a shield from this Greedent. Oh, they actually will see a shield. Okay, that's kind of confusing there, to be honest. And oh, that's either beautiful timing there or slight lag there, but it doesn't really matter. Gonna look to tackle this all the way down. Definitely no shield. Don't shield anything from the opposing Greedent. Farm it all the way down. They have to switch out to Galarian Weezing as soon as possible. They will switch out to Galarian Weezing here, and this becomes a huge bait game here. Is that enough? No, it was. I don't think it was enough there. But let's see. Greedent's pretty tanky. Oh, and they decided not to throw there. And this should be game over. This is definitely game over here. We're just going to see a tackle down. They will reach another body slam. Yeah, okay, no, they will not. And going to be able to throw. And Greedent, not getting greedy and taking it out. Absolutely everything. Collecting acorns and opponents' bodies and planting it or bury it for the next winter or whenever some faction formats returns. We'll likely see a very similar play here, overheat and bail. But will the opponent decide to bait this time? We will see good timing on the throw. They actually end up shielding. Do you call the bait here? Nope, they decide to go for the overheat, and they will come in with Dragonair. Gonna throw the body slam. Dragonair not very tanky, so this will do quite a bit of damage. And they do go for the CMP tie, which is a very nice play on their side. Oh, they actually went Dragon Pulse there. That was a crazy play. And gonna land the body slam, and then I guess they come in Wheezing here, right? They almost for sure come in Wheezing because you can just overheat and bail. Let's see how this is gonna play out. And well, they're obviously not gonna overheat. They're gonna farm up. They're gonna throw the brutal swings. They will reach another one here. Oh, gonna make a very nice catch. A really nice catch. And then we'll see how this opponent will decide to play it out. Okay. They come into Miltank here. Honestly, the thing is, like, it didn't really matter if you throw the bodies. I guess that they had everything on the opposing team you want to throw body slam into. So if they try to catch there, it wouldn't have really mattered. Oh, gonna try to make it to this second body slam. Oh, able to make it, but you definitely want to switch now, right away. You let this go here. You're not too fearful here. You just are worried about the potential catch. And as well, make sure that you come out with some energy here. Honestly, this undercharging there really doesn't make too much sense here, to be honest, and gonna throw the Grass Knot to take out this Galarian Weezing and then look to Psycho Cut down. Didn't really need to undercharge there, to be honest, because they could always switch out and know where they're going to let Psycho Cut down, but very nicely played, able to take out the major. And we see the final opponent, which is X Frank the Tank. Oh, interesting. Not banning the Miltank. That's like their specialty here. And they are running Wormadam, Trash, Miltank, Greedent, Cresselia, Azumarill, and then Victini. And we see typically the Escavalier and Frostlass ban. And we see Escavalier and Galissapod ban on the other side. And we see Miltank, Greedent, Snorlax, Azumarill, Cresselia, and Defense Deoxys. So let's go ahead and see how this is going to play out. And we see Miltank into Azumarill. We'll see if they have Thunderbolt. They do have access to Thunderbolt. So this is a pretty decent matchup for the Miltank. And gonna farm up and throw right before they reach charge move. The Thunderbolt will do quite a bit of damage. On CMP too, interesting, because they definitely could have sneaked there. They will throw the Play Rough. Will you try to catch the Play Rough? Or no, gonna throw the Body Slam before the Azumarill reaches another move. And gonna let this go. Doesn't KO. And oh, they actually snipe here. Wormadam? Wormadam? Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Interesting here. Gonna throw the body slam into the opposing. I guess like maybe worried about opposing. I don't know here. This is an interesting play. And then we'll probably look see the switch here, and then look to yeah, gonna switch here, and we see bug bite versus tackle. This is kind of bad here because if you get the crunch debuff, that's quite annoying. Gonna shield, no debuff there. Oh, calling the, well, that's very nice here. Calling the defense Deoxys in the back, and gonna go into, oh, they try to call the bait there. That's the most logical play. It makes total sense there. Gonna shield this, and then look to bug bite all the way down. I don't know if I would have revealed the second move there, because they're almost for sure gonna, once they no shielded there, they should have just let it go down, not reveal the second, reveal one of the moves, I should say. They only reveal Thunderbolt, and Frank the Tank gets some friendship but goes down, and we're going to the second game of this best of 3, and we're seeing Miltank into Azumarill. So we saw this matchup previously. We saw that Miltank was just barely able to hold on to the second play rough, and gonna go for the bait this time. And we'll see whether or not the Azumarill will decide to shield. It does decide to shield, which is pretty interesting. They do build up quite a bit of energy. Gonna shield the play rough. Okay, kind of weird stutter there, to be honest, but we will see the Thunderbolt come through. Gonna let this go. They do go for the Hydro Pump here. And we see the Greedent this time. Gonna go into Wormadam Trash as opposed to their own Greedent. And probably gonna look to throw the Bug Buzz. I don't think we'll see a shield on the Greedent side, but maybe if it's Defense Deoxys. No, gonna let this go. We'll survive the crunch, especially with no debuff. But we'll see if this Defense Deoxys in the back. Okay, it's actually Snorlax, making a very nice call here, but still the Snorlax is kind of annoying to deal with. Gonna go into Greedent. The question here is, do you call this? They body slam, but this is still a very favorable matchup for Greedent, right? So, and honestly, you can switch out into Miltank at any point in time because they're going to have to throw. And you're going to throw another body slam here. Honestly, I would just switch to Miltank. They're going to have to throw. And you're going to be able to reach another body slam here. The Snorlax can't lick down either normal type. So, and we're going to see, well, this is definitely game over here, right? Because even if they don't reach the body slammer, which this Miltank has enough in the tank, and they're going to be able to land the body slam. Holy cow. That was a nice play there. And going 2-0 up on Frank the Tank. They must have played on a different day, or they played, it's played just past midnight. Taking advantage of those friendship strats there. Very nicely done. People grinding their idle metal. Take note. That's how you gain some friendship against battlers. Again, very neutral matchup here. Exactly neutral matchup. I don't know if a normal versus normal throwing normal moves. With normal fast moves, is there a more neutral matchup than that? Is there a more neutral matchup? This is like the definition of a new. Okay, tell me if this is not the definition of a neutral matchup. Normal type is probably the most neutral move, and normal typing is probably also one of the most neutral defensive typing and offensive typings. Two tanky Pokemon, and we're gonna see Greedent come into. I like this play here. Makes sense. You're right. Wormadam. This Azumarill does have Hydro Pump, so I would be able to beat the Wormadam. I doubt we see almost for sure a Hydro Pump here, right? Oh, they actually throw the play rough because most Greedents wouldn't shield there, but the opponent making a nice play. And we see the body slam. Okay. We'll almost for sure see the Hydro Pump, right? Yes, we will. And they come into... Unfortunately, they are not going to be pleasantly surprised by this Wormadam. And well, again, the new counters are still neutral. But these bug bites are absolutely shredding this defense Deoxys. Gonna shield the Thunderbolt, and you can just throw Iron Head here, right? Like, this Iron Head definitely will not KO the defense Deoxys, but they almost have to shield. And by the time you get to the next Iron Head, it will KO. Unless they make a miracle catch here, which probably not possible. And going to be able to land this Iron Head, which will take out the defense Deoxys. And we're going to see a bug bite down of basically, well, okay, going to go into... Oh, they make a nice play here. They make a nice play here. But there's no way this Azumarill is going to be able to take down everything here. And Miltank going to be able to close it out, taking out Frank the Tank. Nicely done. Thank you very much, Flying Pizza, for sending me these battles. These were fantastic battles. Again, catch me on, I think it's going to be on PvP Steve's YouTube channel. Check me out on the stream, showcasing the Silph World Championship, the final World Championship, all the continental winners plus the other qualifiers competing in a very exciting tournament. Anyways, I'm going to leave there. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.